This year, what we've been working on is the Truths of TR project, which is actually based off of Humans of New York, which is a project where someone goes around and interviews random people in the streets of New York and asks them a story about themselves, and then he takes a picture of them as well. So because we can't go out and interview people in the streets of Toms River, instead we have people submit their own stories and their own pictures, and then we share them on the Toms River website. And it allows people to share what's meaningful to them and for other people to read about it and understand that whatever they're going through, they're not alone and that other people have very similar experiences to them. I represent a community. I feel like many of the people in the club are part of a diverse community, and I'm part of that representation.
The equity team has also focused on really creating an inclusive environment and to really promote diversity within our classrooms. And we did a professional development run by our students, and I think that might be the first professional development in the school district that students actually were instructing the teachers and working with them on appropriate language to use, centered around culturally diverse topics.
I feel like our student body is actually very diverse, so I think it would be nice if our teachers were diverse as well. I think that's something that in the future maybe Toms River schools could focus on to show that students who may be struggling with certain things can talk to a teacher that they feel like they can relate to.
I found that it wasn't as inclusive as it seems on the surface. A lot of the stories that I've heard highlighted a lot of racial inequities and gender inequities that I didn't see at first, but now they're more clear and I see that we need to make progress. So this year we're working on a project where we sort of post on Instagram people's stories and how they grew up here and their differences.
Growing up, I always wanted to be like everyone else. I thought if I didn't look a certain way or act like the popular kids, I wasn't worthy of doing what they did and having what they had. So for a long time, I isolated myself from things I wanted to do.
Last year we did a similar project where we talked to teachers about those subjects, and we sort of broke down implicit biases and told them how to create a more inclusive classroom.
Students can affect change around social justice and racism by advocating it through many different platforms. These could include social media like TikTok, Instagram, or Snapchat.
I think reaching out to people is such an important thing, and that seeing if somebody is sitting alone or something, to go and talk to them. I know that isn't just based off race, but I think that can just be a way for everybody to be more inclusive and to not judge people based off of skin color.
I think we need to work on highlighting inequities and inequalities and showing that they do exist and that there is a problem and that we can solve it and we can work together to create a more inclusive school.
Truths of Toms River has inspired me to truly be myself and understand that I'm not alone in this world and there are other people going through the same things that I'm going through and have gone through.